Hi, I'm Penny Kasum Klum, and today's practice is going to be a brief focusing practice. So for me, all of these yoga practices and the other practices that I've learned from other traditions, what they amount to for me is that they are training for the ability to be able to live on purpose rather than living randomly, constantly in reaction and response to things as they come up. I want to live a little more purposefully, a little more calmly, and a little more intentionally than that. One reason, because it just feels better, but also because the results that will come from my actions probably will be better for me and everyone else around me. So there are three components to learning how to live on purpose. So the training for that involves learning how to move on purpose, how to breathe on purpose, and how to focus our minds on purpose. So that's where today comes in, is we're doing one of the mental practices where we're going to take our minds and instead of having them jump around as they tend to do, that's the natural state of every human mind. Instead of having them bounce around, we're going to see what happens. Can we create a relaxation in our body, breath, and our mind by just taking our minds and focusing them on one thing for just a couple of minutes? So there are many different kinds of focusing or concentration practices that come from the yoga tradition. These are called dharana practices as well. And the one that we're going to use today just involves vision. So we're just going to look at something, at an object. So right now in your environment, I'd like you to find something, whether you're sitting at a desk or you're outside or you're in a room where there's lots of other people. Go ahead and find an object, but we want something that's not moving and something that doesn't bring up a lot of emotion. Like, don't pick a picture or a photo of someone that you know. Don't pick anything that's moving. So for me, in the corner over there, I have a plant that has big green leaves, and I am going to probably drift off and be looking at one of those leaves. So go ahead and pick that object, and you don't have to focus on it super hard. Just let your eyes rest on it. All right, and then as you're doing that, just see if you can, a little bit of shaking it out, because we're going to see if we can relax our muscles a little bit. So even just shaking your hands, kind of shaking your arms a little bit around your elbows, just to loosen it up, because we kind of get, like blocks as we focus on things and do things. So maybe you're moving your neck a little bit. All right, and then as you're looking at your object, just take a big inhale like you're about to yawn, and then you're going to sigh it out your mouth. Inhale and let it out your mouth. And I know we're just pretending, we're making our sighs happen, but your body doesn't know the difference. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference. So ham it up a little. Let's do that again. Take a big inhale and just sigh it out. And if you want to, for just a moment, you can let your eyes close, just so that your eyes can relax. So you can go ahead and just let your eyes close gently. And just notice what your breathing is like right now. Notice how your rib cage might be a little tense or tight. You don't have to do anything about it. Notice how you might be holding your belly. We tend to hold our bellies kind of tight a lot of the time. And then feel your eyes. And maybe feel as if they're relaxing into the eye sockets, like everything behind your eyes and around your eyes it's just kind of melting. Let your eyebrows melt apart a little bit. Good. And then really easy and gently let your eyes open until you can see that object. And rather than looking at it as if it's a thing, as if it's a plant leaf or a whatever, see if you can just start to see it as a shape and a color. It can be absolutely anything. And this is what you're going to keep your eyes on for the next few minutes. And as you keep your eyes on this object, just notice if other things pop in. It could be thinking about something you have to do after this, or maybe something that you had going on right before this that made you want to try this. It might be a thought from your own mind just kind of popping up, like, what the hey, why am I staring at a thing, and how is this going to help me? It's all right. Just notice those things coming up, and instead of having those be things, just start to experience those as popcorn or just a ball bouncing by. They're just pings. Okay. And at this point, even with those coming and going, you're keeping your attention on that object. Go ahead and take another sigh. Inhale and exhale. And as you're looking at this object, see if you can notice your shoulders maybe relaxing down a little bit because your back is softening, because the back of your neck is letting go just a little bit. And then notice all the muscles in your face. And let all expression drop from your face. Maybe even feeling as if you can feel the inner ear kind of relaxing and getting a little bit bigger. And maybe that feeling begins to spread down and in, so that the roof of your mouth, the palate of your mouth, the back of your throat feels like that's getting a little wider too. You're still looking at that object, gazing. And then feel as if your whole throat, right down to the pit of your throat, is softening as well. As if you could picture that space coming down to the heart area. And just allowing everything that's surrounding your heart to soften, and maybe even the heart muscle itself. Imagination. But as you do this, physical things that you are unconsciously holding are beginning to relax. Notice your back, the shoulder blades, and that whole area behind your heart. And then your abdomen, just relaxing. You don't have to be breathing big or doing anything. And then your whole low back relaxing. Don't struggle or strain to be sitting up tall. And not slouching either. Somewhere in the middle, medium, easy effort. And just looking at this object for the next half a minute or so. Just letting your eyes rest. This is another way to let your eyes rest, besides closing them. Just notice your breathing as it's coming naturally. And it just takes time for our physicality to soften and relax. And take up to 4 to 7 minutes for muscles to fully relax, even after our mind has asked them to let go. And now that object that you're looking at, your attention has been focused on that, your vision has been focused on that. See if you can now allow your attention to stay on that object, but also allow peripheral vision to come in, so you're kind of seeing 180. Your eyes are focused in the middle of this object, but you're also seeing wider, a wide field of vision in which that object is just one thing. Stay relaxed and stay breathing. Keep your mind right there. Just another half a minute. Maybe for this last half minute, just allowing your breathing to deepen a little bit. No force, just easy. Just easy inhale, a little bit bigger. And then an easy exhale like you're sighing. All through your nose. Good. And now bring your peripheral vision back in towards that object. Let your eyes focus a little more directly and intently on that object so you can differentiate it from your whole field of vision. You can go ahead and let your eyes close if you're comfortable with that. Otherwise, just look towards the ground in front of you. Limit your field of vision, but close them if that's okay. Stay breathing, aware of your body and any level of relaxation that's happened. Good. And now you can bring your hands together and just begin rubbing them, just creating a little warmth on your hands. And then you can go ahead and place your palms on your face with the fingertips just lightly on the bone right above your eye socket, and feeling that warmth, and then beginning to maybe just a little bit massage your face or your neck, kind of bringing yourself back, opening your eyes if they're not already open. Good. And then just take notice here before you jump back into action. Do you feel like anything is different? And that's the measure. We're not looking for perfection, we're just looking for direction. Did all of this cause you to get more relaxed or less relaxed? And knowing that you have the power, once you build the skill after practice, it's going to take practice, repetitive, consistent practice, to know that you have that skill to be able to predictably head in the direction of a little more relaxation whenever and wherever is a pretty powerful thing, because you don't quite feel that you're so much at the mercy of everybody and everything else that's moving around your world, or even at the mercy of your own thoughts. So I love feedback. Let me know if you have anything to say about that or questions, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you.